radio. Just when I thought I was out, they drug me back in.
Featuring J.W. Madden.
Don't tell me about flip-flops, man. I'm a native.
And Cricket getting you home with traffic and weather.
Camp on Melt Lemon, not in the left lane on the freeway.
Here we go! And now, a man who has not one, but 3 first names. David Scott Kelly.
It was not pretty last night in Corvallis, Oregon. It has not been pretty in Corvallis. It has not been pretty in Pullman, Washington. It has not been pretty in Palo Alto, California. Here's what it sounded like.
Johnson just inside the arc to Larson. Off to Boswell. Throw it inside. Nice no look to Johnson, who lays it in. Key shot wide open down on the baseline. Arizona will put up some pressure in the backcourt. Abekwe will catch it. He's going to work it up, and it's knocked away by Ballo. Stolen. Here's Larson the other way for the Wildcats. Drives the lane to the bucket. Good, and he's fouled. Little jump step, nothing there. To Bradley to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Larson, deep three is good for Pella. Larson, a Lexus of Tucson charity three. 7 early points here for Pella. Waiting for somebody to shake free underneath. Krivas sets a high screen. Bradley around it to the right. Down right of the line, turns, spins to Krivas. Nothing right away. Goes to the bucket, lay it in, and he's fouled. Beavers with the ball the other way. Bilodeau out to Pope. Good look at the three. Got it. Yeah. First three for Jordan Pope. And wide open. Here's Larson looking to answer. No good over the rim. Rebound battle for Ratai. Comes down with it. Oregon State on the run. Ratai coast to the bucket. Laid up and good.
Yeah, nobody stopping the basketball there in transition.
Timeout Arizona. Lake will get it inbounds to right. Or to Pope, that is. Step back. Shoots the three. It's good.
Yeah, beautiful
and
move.
We're tied.
Beautiful step back.
Rebound off to KJ Lewis for the Wildcats. Lewis will bring it himself across midcourt. Throw it down to Johnson. Key shot laid up and good. Key shot with 8 second half points. Pope driving on Lewis. Pump fake. Can't shoot over him. Out to Ratai. 7 on the shot clock. To Pope. A deep three is good. Throw it over to Ratai. Hook it back down to Bilodeau. Pump fake. No shot there. 3, 2. Bilodeau launches a three. It's good, of course. 2:14 to go. Love for three. That's finally good. The Wildcats desperate for a three-pointer.
Yeah.
And we've got a foul. Had an open lane. He drives into the lane off to Bilodeau. Lost the ball. Picked off by Larson. And to Boswell. Cats down by 4 with the ball. Boswell to Larson. Larson down the lane. Roll it up and good. Timeout Arizona. Here's Pope across midcourt. Picked up by KJ Lewis. 3 seconds. Pope drives. Stops. 3 ball is up. It's good. And the Beavers have won it. Jordan Pope drains a 3. From deep on the left wing. They will take a look at the video. I don't think there's any way they'll change it.
No way they're going to change that. It is going to live like that in infamy. A win for the Oregon State Beavers. They've had a history of beating the Wildcats at the buzzer, and they did it again last night. In fact, let's hear how it sounded on the Oregon State radio network there.
Inbound pass to Pope. 10 seconds to play. 1 timeout remaining. Pope into the front court. Beavers could win it with a hoop. Pope goes left. Jordan a step back 3 for the win. Good! He hit it, and the Beavers win.
And the fans storm the court. Once again, thank goodness nobody got hurt, except the feelings of the Arizona Wildcats, who have now lost 3 straight games at home, or I should say on the road, as they fall 83-80 to the unranked 1-win in conference Oregon State Beavers. They have now lost to the Beavers, the Cougars, and the Cardinals, teams that right now are not sitting near the top of the conference, but thus the Wildcats have still lost to them on the road. And it is a 3-game road losing streak heading into Oregon. Then home, but the next 3 road games are going to probably be the toughest 3 road games, or at least the 3 of the 5 toughest road games of the season. You still got to go to Oregon, play at the Rocky Mountain schools, and play at the Los Angeles schools. I mean, the ones on the front side were supposed to be the easy road games. If there's a such thing as an easy road game, they're supposed to be the less difficult road games, but it has not panned out that way. And now the Wildcats are staring at a ladder they've got to climb to get back to first place in the Pac-12 conference.
There's also one other road game on the schedule, too. And that team is currently tied with the Wildcats at 5-3 in conference.
Those, the bad boys.
The bad guys,
Bad guys.
You want to hear what Tommy Lloyd had to say about that shot last night?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a contested 3, and I mean, it's tough. I mean, you know, to the advantage goes the offense in that situation. You know, it's a tie game, so if you make it, you're a hero. You know, if we make a mistake defensively and you get fouled, you're probably going to win. So they had, to the offense goes the advantage in that late clock scenario. We just, we're hoping the ball would have bounced off the rim and we could have lived to see another day.
Yeah, didn't happen that way though, unfortunately. So Jordan Pope, man, what a performance. 31 points on 9 of 15 from the floor, 5 of 8 from 3, 12 3-pointers as a team for the Oregon State Beavers. Arizona made just 3 3-point shots in the game, and the Wildcats went 21 of 31 from the line, missing 10 free shots, of which 5 of those belong to Umar Ballo, whose string of double-doubles, he had been the double-double machine of late and playing well, but it came to an end last night. Just 7 points and 6 rebounds. And once again, and this is becoming something we're seeing all too much from Kylan Boswell, a big fat goose egg in the scoring column for Kylan as he took just 3 shots and missed them all.
Would you call it like a no-show?
Well, I'm not going to go that far to call it a no-show. I mean, he showed and he competed.
Foul trouble.
Had some foul trouble. Thought he defended well at times, but just can't get anything going offensively right now. It is just, I mean, and this has been the trend on the road for him during this stretch. Just cannot make shots for whatever reason. And that's why I say it's incumbent upon Tommy Lloyd as the head coach to find him some easy buckets.
Yeah, I mean,
you've got to find him some easy buckets.
It's easy to visualize the snowball effect of making a couple of early baskets, seeing the ball go through the hoop, if that's a layup or a free throw or whatever. The opposite seems to be true lately for Kylan, where maybe he misses his first couple of shots, maybe he gets a reach-in foul or something to that effect, DK, and it's not necessarily, to me, the numbers he's putting up. It's the lack of shot attempts, the lack of, not necessarily turnovers to assists, because you don't want to see high turnover numbers, but the assist numbers just haven't been there along with those points on the road. And so making a positive effect one way or another on the game, whether or not that's just D'ing up and playing solid defense, if your shot's not falling, your shot's not falling. But, yeah, it's tough on the road when the leader of the team, the guy who's handling the ball most of the time, is struggling to be effective and affecting the game positively. It's tough to get wins on the road.
520-848-1290 is the number to call. 520-848-1290 for you to get in on the program this Friday. We've got basketball here in Tucson tonight. The ladies are on the hardwood for the weekend at home. They'll take on the California Golden Bears tonight. You'll hear that game right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Derek Palmer will have the call tip-off a little bit after 7 o'clock tonight against the Golden Bears, and then Sunday against the number 6 Stanford Cardinal, who will come in with Tara Vanderveer, who is now the all-time winningest coach in college basketball history, male or female. That'll be a noon tip at home on Sunday. The fellas back on the hardwood tomorrow in Eugene against the first-place Oregon Ducks, who knocked off the Arizona State Sun Devils last night by 19 points and have a 1-game lead over the Arizona schools and a half-game lead over the now surging Colorado Buffaloes, who I believe have won like 4 games in a row.
They got healthy.
They got healthy, and for sure, they did. Just going back to Kylan Boswell, and you were mentioning the assist numbers are down. He has just 7 in the last 4 games. Just really 7 in the last 3. He had a 0 against Washington State in that loss. In the 3 previous games before that loss, before the loss at Washington State, he had 15 in a 3-game stretch. Now he has 7 in his last 3 games. And again, the shooting woes on the road, 2 for 4 at California, 2 for 11 at Stanford, 0 for 5 at Washington State, and now 0 for 3 at Oregon State. So in his last 2 road games, Kylan Boswell has gone 0 for 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, and has just 2 assists in those games.
Yeah, and 1 for 11 from deep in those road games.
Yeah.
So it's something unfriendly about the rims in Pullman and Corvallis and Palo Alto that Kylan Boswell is not finding himself. You know, that guy's we've said this so many times on the pre- and post-game show. As far as his mechanics, as far as his form is concerned, it's very pure. I love it when he gets his balance and he gets his legs under him and he shoots with confidence. You just got to find a way. You've said it so many times on the pregame show. You got to find a way to get Kylan Boswell good shots within the offense where he's in balance, and especially early. I believe that was your first key last night when we did keys to the game. Get Kylan Boswell comfortable and happy with his shot early in the game. It's going to pay dividends. But lately, he just cannot find that range on the road. And it doesn't feel like it's shot selection, not bad shots. I haven't seen any bad shots that he's taking. But you got to find a way, DK.
Well,
you got to find a way to get him shots.
Yeah, and I don't know, like you said, I don't know if they're if I would probably use that term as well, not bad shots, but I don't know if he's getting any easy shots either. I mean, it seems like even home when he gets going, the first shot that he tries to get going on is a deep 3. I mean, there's not anything like in the mid-range. There's not anything at the bucket. And sometimes at home, he'll make that first 3 and it'll get him going. But you know, it's got to be easier than that for him right now. You've got to make it easier for him right now.
I've been talking about that a lot, really. I think coming off that high ball screen, if he rises up there from 18 feet, the defense is sagging a little bit on him because they're not looking at him as a threat to score. He's basically kicking it out to another guard after that initial play isn't put into action. And I just think Kylan would do himself and the team a great benefit if he could come off of those high ball screens, DK, with a vision at the rim and looking to be dangerous. I know that's not the worst. That's the worst shot in modern basketball. Everything's rims or three-point shots these days for guards. And at this level, it's going to do them, especially with all the zones they've been seeing lately. Take what the defense gives you is the bottom line. Take what the defense gives you. Be aggressive coming off those high ball screens. He can make that shot consistently. He just doesn't seem to be taking it lately.
All right, we've got a lot coming up for you on this show today. Brian Jeffries is going to join us from up in Oregon. We'll talk to The Voice about what happened last night and what's ahead for tomorrow. Going to talk some Arizona golf as well. The head men's coach, Jim Anderson, is going to join us today. Gile Biti Starkute from the women's team, who probably hit one of the best putts I've ever seen in college golf. Well, outside of the one that Haley Moore hit to win a national championship. The one that Gile Biti Starkute hit a few years ago to win a head-to-head against Stanford up in Scottsdale. Still one of the best clutch putts I think I've ever seen in college golf. So we'll talk to Gile coming up. She won the ladies' last event this past week, as well as it's hockey night in Tucson. The Roadrunners are back on the ice, and we will check in with one of their captains, Steve Kampfer, who's out hurt, but he'll join us to talk a bit about that team. All right, my cameras are all over the place tonight, but I think I do have Cricket's camera right there. I think it's all going to be single shots today. The system is screwed. Whatever.
It's
I don't
working
know.
very
It's
well.
like it never wants to play friendly with me. But we've got cricket. We've got Friday. We've got the weekend.
Yay.
Woo!
Finally.
And hopefully the weather will be kind of nice. Maybe not too cold. It wasn't too cold when I went home last night, which was a good thing. But what we got shaking around this community this weekend, Cricket?
Well, we've got the 90s dance party tonight at the Surly Winch. Yeah.
It's either 90s or 80s, right?
Yes.
I haven't heard a 70s come out of your mouth yet. Do they not want the older people there?
It's because everyone's in bed at 9 p.m. All of the 70s fans.
Okay, the 70s fans, it's a little too late for them.
It's a little late for us,
And
you know.
dust off those butterfly collars.
It's getting late.
Oh, those
bottoms.
platforms.
It's getting late for the 80s crowd, too.
It really
I'll
is.
tell you that.
And tomorrow, maybe you want to get up early tomorrow morning for some goat yoga at Udall Park at
Goat
9 a.m.
Yoga.
$25 to join that.
Okay.
This sounds interesting. I don't know what it is. There's a retro game show night tomorrow night at Club Congress featuring the Wheel of Misfortune.
Wheel of Misfortune?
Yeah. To me, I'm intrigued.
Oh, man.
But it's a little late for me. Of course, I'll be in bed.
All right.
Aren't you supposed to have good things happen to you, though, when you spin those wheels?
What is that? I'd like to know how to play that one.
That would be a good game for like a Halloween or something, Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention the Fab Four at Fox Tucson Theater tomorrow night, but sadly the tickets are sold out.
Oh.
You might be able to find someone like Facebook Marketplace or something.
Is this a Beatles show or
yes.
Beatles cover? Or?
They do say that that's one of the best Beatles tribute bands.
Okay, all
So,
right.
and that's tomorrow night. Sorry, the tickets are sold out. And a big event. This is one of the biggest things that happens in Tucson. The Tucson Gem Mineral and Fossil Shows this weekend through February 11th. And you can go to visittucson.org for all the shows, the locations, and all that good stuff.
All over the place
Yes.
are these gem displays and whatnot. The main show is still a few weeks away, the one at the convention center, but you've got these satellite shows which are all over town. Have you been? Do you shop in gems?
I like to go when occasionally when I go. I really like the fossils.
The fossils.
I think that's cool.
Okay. How
What
about
about you guys?
J-Dub? Yeah, I've never really been. That's another, I've been here 16 years. I've never been to the rodeo parade, and I've never been to the gym show. So the two biggest events here in Tucson.
I've been
never
dragged. Yeah. I mean, like I said the other day, I've been dragged down there because they're spread out. all
They're
over the
everywhere,
place, right? Yeah. But I'm a big fan of gems, if that helps. But as far as going to the actual convention, I don't have anything to sell. And I think that's a huge part of it.
And I don't have anything to buy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a lot of money to go to this
Not
thing, or
exactly.
No.
Like,
Okay.
like
All
you
right.
could spend $5 or you could spend $250,000.
Ooh, that's
So
a
I mean,
big
you could
disparity there.
spend a lot or you could spend a little. There's a little something for everyone.
Huge disparity there. Huge disparity.
It depends how big a space you have for, if you're talking about a 5 foot by 8 foot piece of quartz, then sure.
Whew, yeah, that would be amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Cricket will be back a little bit later with more about what is going on around Tucson. But right now, she's going to get you home with your traffic and your weather.
And from the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together with collisions reported at Oracle and Hardy, Park Avenue in Irvington, and a hit-and-run wreck that occurred at La Cholla and Wetmore, and still some backups on eastbound Grant Road approaching Columbus. And for our weather, 42 and clear, 68 tomorrow and sunny. On Sunday, partly cloudy and 73 and 63 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today Guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
What makes 1290 different than any other radio station in Tucson? 1290 is the home of the Arizona Wildcats, the NFL, and the Super Bowl. Winner. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Happy New Year, guys. That was right in my ear.
Oh, good. I see you're doing the whole baby New Year costume with the diaper and the sash.
Time to make resolutions. I resolved not to look at you dressed like that. People should start the new year by fixing up their heating and air system.
That's true. Alaskan AC can fix the stuff other companies can't.
Again, right in my ear. Plus, the Grizzly.
Right. The Grizzly is our custom-built AC made to take a chomp out of Arizona summers.
Still winter, guys. And we can fix up heaters to save our customers gobs of money. gobs?
We believe in fixing before replacing.
What's a gob?
An Alaska-fied system is one that will last longer
And is guaranteed to be repair-free for an entire year. Woohoo! I swear, one more time with that thing.
Good resolution, Gary. Let's get out there and help people fix up their systems and save some real money.
All right.